streaming. All right, would one of you guys watch the chat, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I can.
Oops, I guess we're live. Beavis. And Beavis and Butter.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get copyrighted.
So, probably will.
I'm recording it so we can re-upload if it does.
Man, how 90s is that logo, though?
Oh, I know.
That is like.
Teal and purple.
I suppose I should stick my microphone by my face. Testing.
Welcome back, Project Ion. Special episode number 2, the 90s Revisited. Adam, how are you?
I'm great. How are
Good.
you? This is
Doing
going to be
well.
my last official podcast.
That's right.
From this room, at least.
We can remote in.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Do you want to make the official announcement, Adam?
Yeah, I am going to be moving to Chicago here in 7 days. I pack up my stuff and I'm on the road. I'll be a funeral director in Chicago and maybe also working for Apple on the side.
Good for you.
Good stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. Well, it's been fun having you around, but wish you good luck.
Appreciate it. It's been
in
a blast.
Chi-Town, yeah.
Yep.
You betcha. Hey, Kyle, what's new?
What? Nothing. Going back to work, I guess, if I have to. Slaving away.
Yeah. Getting that paper.
Yeet.
Alrighty. Well, we had so much fun on the last 90s episode that we thought we've got to do a part 2.
It was popular, yeah.
I
Rave
think,
reviews.
I think it was one of our better episodes.
Yeah, we had like 30 views.
Yeah. Every one of our 30 fans,
Yeah.
of which 3 are sitting here currently.
We got to just start making bot accounts.
10% of the audience is on the show at any given time.
Or our parents.
Yeah. Oh, well. We're doing this for the love, boys.
Yeah.
That's right, fun stuff.
Not for the money. So
I am. I don't know what you guys are getting paid, but I made a sweet deal for this gig.
Contribute to our Patreon.
yeah, we do need to get a Patreon or something. Well, why don't we dive into some commercials here to kind of get the 90s juices flowing.
Okay.
Okay, guys. To
Scottie
work on your
Pippen,
dunking
nice.
skills, we've brought
Grant
in the
Hill.
experts.
Now there's a great deal on McDonald's Chicken McNuggets.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
some crisp passing.
Grab 6 while they're just 99 cents.
And then
Ooh.
take it to the hole.
9 are only $1.59.
I
You
remember this
called that
commercial.
a donk? Easy, Grant.
Right now, 20 McNuggets are just...
Oh,
20
man.
nuggets for $2.99. Oh, man, take me back.
Right? It's like a small mortgage now.
20 nugs.
Make a house payment or buy
$2.99.
20 McNuggets.
Man, that would have been deadly if I was. Let's see, depending on what part of the 90s this was, like
97.
97.
Yeah.
Probably
I-
had a 20 piece here and there at
I
7
was
years
just
old.
starting to drive.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's
Almost.
see, I would have been in 2nd grade.
Nice. Yeah, Kyle is a little bit of a unique fellow because he's actually born in the 90s.
Yeah,
so just
yep.
barely squeaked in, right?
That's right.
Pretty cool.
1990.
The rest of us are 80s babies, I think.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
$2.99. Perfect
Burton
with
was a
America's
60s
favorite
baby.
fries.
Yeah. Burton was born in, the
Taft
the
administration.
Taft administration. He had Grandma Rosendahl.
Oh, Burton, we love you. Look at that still shot.
Look at the fashion, though.
Yeah,
Especially
the
the fashion as we're
pigtails,
watching commercials.
overalls.
Yep.
Either
Yeah.
you guys have a pair of overalls.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Hudson's got a pair. It's going to be...
Is it
Right.
a retro look, or is he
Yeah,
just kind
kinda-
of being a
Well,
chubby farmer
yeah,
right now?
it's kind of being a cute baby, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little older than Hudson, so...
Little bit.
Yeah.
Watch my slam. Yes, that's a dunk.
So this is 97. I think that was, the Bulls went like 72-10, I
Yeah.
think, that year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of Mikey's last years, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think, if I'm remembering right,
That's Michael Jordan for you people who don't remember.
their three-peat was 96, 97, and 98, I believe.
Did
And
he
then-
start playing baseball in like '98, or was that earlier?
That was in 94, 95. He missed. Well, he came back like midway in the season in 1995, and then they got bounced in the playoffs that year. We're going down the 90s basketball rabbit hole.
Yeah, we will never.
Oh God, yeah, don't let me go. But yeah, he played ball in the mid 90s. Houston won twice in a row, 94 and 95, and
Is that
then
when they had Rodman?
Yep, Rodman was around on the second three-peat on the Bulls.
No,
yeah.
wasn't he at the Rockets before that?
I don't remember. I know he played in.
Or no, it was was it Houston or
he
the
played
Texas
in.
team?
He played in Detroit in the early, like late '80s, early '90s, because he was on one of those championship teams as well. When like Isaiah Thomas and John Sally and some of those other ones. And then I know he played in San Antonio at some juncture.
Yeah,
so
for
that's
the
maybe
Spurs,
what
that's
you're
what I'm
thinking of.
Well, I mean, now he's our premier delegate to North Korea. So
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
He's gone far.
That's quite the Renaissance man.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, America's favorite
Oh
way to
God,
dine.
I want
Those
some
look
McDonald's.
good. I
The brand
know.
new X-Files.
Oh,
the
X
X-Files.
Files! I love the
Yeah.
X Files. I had such a crush on her.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
She's
I invited
cute.
her to my Eagle Scout ceremony.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she sent me a signed autograph, a signed
way.
picture in return. Yeah.
that's cool. I started watching the X Files when it was on Netflix like 5 years ago, and I kind of got into it for like 2 weeks. It was pretty fun.
Did you see the Spirit Lake episode
Yes, or
with the beautiful pine trees and nice white
Yep.
wolves?
it was ridiculous.
There's a spirit. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, or they were talking about like Spirit Lake or Okoboji or something.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I don't know. It was.
Oh yeah, it was,
Obviously-
you're right. It was Okoboji.
Obviously, it wasn't filmed. in
no,
Okoboji.
they like shot it probably in
British Columbia.
somewhere like that. Yeah.
Isn't there a remake of the X Files that's relatively new? I thought maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they
I don't know.
came out maybe 2013, 14.
It's a great franchise.
Yeah.
Pretty good writing.
I mean, that sort of fiction, TV show, it really isn't on TV anymore. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
the fiction conspiracy.
yeah,
theory,
yeah.
Investigative.
I mean, you have NCIS,
The government's the
but-
good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
NCIS
that
is-
is pretty much all fiction.
yeah.
Tonight at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
What do we got here?
Dinosaur. This confirms reports of some sort of enormous prehistoric creature. Just been told the National Guard has been called in to evacuate the area. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Sci-Fi Theater will continue.
Sorry, we're late.
The Lost World Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Watch
those
Collection.
watches. Yeah.
I had the
Oh,
eyeball one, I
man.
think.
Kevy loved those things. I remember those. Holy cow, this is nostalgia.
4 different watches, each just $1.99 when you
Oh God, look at that sandwich.
I remember
So
those
good.
cups. The Burger King cups.
Back when the sandwiches were bigger.
Did you guys ever play Monopoly when McDonald's had that?
Who didn't play Monopoly?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was the best.
I wonder if they still do that. I haven't been to McDonald's in 5 years probably.
I don't know.
I think they do. It's a kind of a watered down version of it.
Oh,
but-
I
Yeah,
suppose.
no one's has the attention span to
Yep.
play anymore. You got a free fry.
Everybody bitch if they didn't get $1 million.
Yeah.
You've triggered me.
Yeah.
Ugh. Give me the 90s again, please.
buy any value meal at Burger King.
Maybe you ought to get a watch.
Mulder and Scully, FBI.
The X-Files stars investigate Homer
This is the worst assignment we've ever had.
on another Simpsons coming up next.
You guys remember the movie Con Air? I don't know
Yeah.
if that was the 90s. Maybe that was early 2000s.
Okay, that was with
Lucas.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage, yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. Got the whole world in his hands. What was his name? Oh, man. God, I wouldn't even know. Real skinny convict. Oh, he's
Who are you
in.
thinking
I
of?
think he's in Waterboy.
We have to IMDb that stuff.
Yeah. What's his name? Oh, man.
He's in Waterboy,
I think he is.
the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah. He sings
John
that.
Cusack, John Malkovich.
I'd have to see him. I'm not sure. He's a good actor. He's been in a lot of stuff. Neither. He's an older guy now, I suppose.
Ving Rhames,
Let me see.
far left.
He's not a black dude. I don't know. It's
Well,
matter,
while Adam's working on that, we'll continue with the commercials here. This, I recall, was the late 90s remakes of the original 3 Star Wars. They added a few scenes of CGI and stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. They did a re-release before.
Yeah, right before the episode 1. Yeah.
Episode 1, yeah.
With old friends. Oh, switch off. And new heroes. Leave the Force on new worlds.
Yeah.
You have learned much.
You'll find them full of surprises.
The next chapter of the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition. The Empire Strikes Back. And still playing in theaters. Star Wars. Both films rated PG.
Don't move. Slowly put the donut down.
And no one gets hurt.
You have the right to fluffy nougat and milk chocolate with less fat.
Thanks, this is really good, but
got him?
you got a
Hungry
license
now.
for that store?
Just nothing but food. Food and candy and
No
entertainment.
wonder commercials work so well.
Yeah. Well, I don't watch a ton of commercials anymore, I guess. So.
Yeah.
But
That's, potty break.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Or on your phone.
I recall, not liking commercials all that much. Like, I'll get back to the show or whatever. But
Yeah.
now I'm happier watching this than
Yeah.
Current TV.
on current TV, exactly.
Yeah.
Stop it! Not on fat.
They're coming from Japan, from Russia, from everywhere. But they all
Japan,
wind up
Russia.
in the same place. The Wound and Wound Toy Company, one of the world's largest collections of wind-ups. LA's hottest movers, shakers, and big talkers. So bring your inner child, your real child, and your Visa card. Because at the Wound and Wound Toy Company, you won't wind up with anything using American Express.
man.
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
They played that for
There he is.
forever.
Hark. Who goes there?
Hark.
Herald
Julian speaks.
Where do you guys want me?
Wherever you want to be, sir.
Yep.
Instagrams?
Nice kicks.
I had to
Yeah,
do
look
it
at those
to you.
shits.
Those are fresh.
Had to do it to you.
Yeah. Stunting on all of us.
I know it. Kick game is strong.
What about that flex? What about that flex? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, bring those up. Get them in frames, Purge. Let me get you.
Get your leg up there.
Bring up OBS when you see what we're
Fresh
doing. Yeah.
laces.
There you go.
Ooh.
So Jordan 1s. Yep.
Jordan 1s. Oh, there it is. Carolina.
Yeah.
Collaboration with Off-White.
Yeah.
Nice.
The off-white Jordan 1s, everybody.
Fly. Fresh.
Huh.
Very fresh.
It's hard to put into words how big of a deal this is.
What are those shoes that you always like with the big tongues?
Oh, Supras?
Supras,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Chad Muska.
Thick, dude.
Oh, yeah. Those are dope.
Thick.
I was going to wear my Airwalks, but I was too lazy
Oh, God.
for the 90s episode.
The easiest shoe to get on in the entire world.
Yeah. I got them put away, man.
Airwalks
The
rock.
slippers were handy.
I think the Gnosises are more 90s. Though, I don't know. For everyday beaters, it was Airwalks and Vans.
Mm-hmm.
Fans, dude.
Indeed.
All right, well, we're looking at commercials
Yeah.
here from the 90s.
Oh, good.
Trip
Let's,
down
where
memory
we at?
lane. I don't know.
We just finished Visa.
The
It's
funny
everywhere
thing
you
is,
want to be.
Like commercials are such a 90s thing.
Yeah.
Because anymore,
Yeah, it's,
who watches commercials?
Yeah.
I click in a half hour after anything,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and I DVR right through.
Well, yeah, we were just talking. Like, this is more fun than watching current TV.
That's not a bad point, man.
Imagine a place that surrounds you with elegance and pampers you with luxury.
Williams! The car, please!
Introducing the
Get the
Infiniti
cool sax
QX4.
going into the
It has all the
rock
comfort
roll.
and style you'd expect in an Infiniti.
Oh, Infinity.
Williams! While we're young!
It's just a bit more
Featuring a blinker.
assertive. The new QX4.
36
30.
grand.
I was
Wow.
gonna say 36
Yeah.
grand.
That's
starting.
That's decent.
Starting clearly, so it's going up to 55 with all the
Yeah.
options. But Still, that's cheap for a nice SUV.
Brand new
We
car.
still got Grandma's old Infinity.
Do you?
It's a 99, yeah.
Does she have an SUV or?
It was just a little car, yeah.
Yeah.
The smallest, lowest to the ground car that they made.
Wasn't
For a lady 4'10".
is Infinity like a luxury?
Yeah.
It's a luxury.
Is it
what?
Toyotas?
No, Toyota is Lexus. So Infinity.
I don't know who's.
Is that
parent.
US? So it might be Chevy or Ford.
I
or
have no
something.
idea. I
don't
thought
know.
they were Japanese, but yeah, it's Fritz had one too.
But it's the same kind of thing as
Yeah.
like Toyota and Lexus. Like
Gotcha.
you can buy your Camry or you can buy your Lexus
Yep.
LRS, and the
Just
trim
a
package is different.
really nice car.
Yeah.
Even still.
Same motor.
It's no Jeep.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's no white Jeep.
There's no.
It's a white Jeep with tan interior.
Jeep Bros will get you. They will take you off road.
Oh, no white Jeep with a tow package.
How much have you towed through the Outback?
Not much. I had this grand aspiration of buying a boat too, but
Yeah.
then you get a
Then you
wife.
had a child.
Yeah, a child and a wife. And
Yep.
then things start.
What happened?
How's little Braun MJ?
He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
We were in the hospital for a little while actually.
Oh shoot, breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, respiratory.
Bronchiolitis, RSV.
Yeah.
So.
Gotta give him treatments.
Yep. So we're out and.
Off the prednisone.
No, we're still no. What's the
Off
other
the
one?
prednisone. You're on the albuterol probably.
Well, we do albuterol, and then it starts with a B, I think.
Betamethasone.
I don't know. It's through a nebulizer.
Yeah,
We did the
probably
steroid through the
betamethasone.
syringe. Yeah.
Or budesonide.
That's it. Yeah. Budesonide. Yep.
Yeah, long-acting steroid,
Yep.
inhalable.
Yeah. He gets pretty
It's a
hyper.
good one though. Yeah. Oh, they get hyper.
Yeah.
Then they eat.
Yeah.
Then they
It's
eat.
wild. It is wild when he takes that.
Steroids are messed up, man.
I want to make it. I should just keep giving
It's
it
funny
to him.
the amount of steroids that'll come through a community pharmacy at like 4 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Doctor's like, you got to start this tonight, and it's so when you have like an upper respiratory infection, we start high and then we taper off by day. So you do 6 pills one day, 5 pills, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sure.
Over a 6-day course. And doctor's like, no, they got to start them now. Every time, I'm telling them to do it in the morning because I've had steroids.
Yeah.
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
You're all wired.
It's crazy.
You want to eat. You want to get stuff done. I go, you suffer through tonight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow morning is going to be a whole different day. You're
Yeah.
not going to feel tired. You're going to feel all wound up, and then you'll crash ass at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to save him till he goes through puberty, and then he can eat and go lift weights or
Oh,
something.
you just wait. He's gonna be dating girls.
Hard.
No, not girls.
No, he is LeBron.
He'll be
MJ
balling.
Grims.
He'll be balling.
He'll be all right.
If he's anything like his papa, he'll have like
you get
2
his kick game
girlfriends.
up yet?
What's that?
You know how much those kicks cost? They ain't bad.
Oh God.
Kitty kicks?
We're not doing kitty kicks. No way.
Kitty kicks, man.
Come on.
No way.
You can order them from China. They're basically free.
Yeah.
Oh well, they make them. Yeah.
China's legit.
Yeah.
Captain, here's your cookie.
This is chips. So are you guys guessing what the commercial is before it is, or?
We're just kind of doing this for a little bit of a prompt.
I like it.
Nope. Doors open.
Because you're supposed to drink it every day.
Pre 9/11, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
One
Playing
thing,
with people's safety to get some milk.
one thing I like about these commercials is that every one of them seems to have like a little story to it.
Yeah.
Well, they're all very lighthearted.
Yeah.
Well, that was, I mean,
like
because
they
that
actually
was the
took
only
time.
way to reach the real masses,
Yeah.
right? You had radio, you had commercial and print, but to reach them in a video fashion, it was only TV and cable TV. Like, you couldn't be putting this on HBO
No.
or something that people are paying for. It was
Put it on like TGI Friday.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. TBS, your TNTs, your ABCs. The stuff. Oh my goodness! I see a Trump on the right. Oh, it's the Daily Show. Okay, we're good.
I like that picture right below Trump.
It's like a half head, dude. What is that?
Afro, F shit.
Afro. David Davis. Gotta love David Davis. That was
That
awesome.
whole Got Milk thing was a deal, though.
Yeah, it was.
You remember they had the T-shirts? It
I
was
do,
like,
yeah.
Got whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Got. I can't
Jesus.
think of a good. Yeah, Got
Yeah, Got
Jesus.
Got Jesus, that was a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything special.
Got herpes?
Oh, God, no, another Big Mac.
McDonald's.
Oh,
killing
Burger
me.
King.
Oh, this
No,
is,
that's definitely.
Oh.
Wait, what? No, that's definitely McDonald's, though.
No.
It is. No, Wendy's is the one with the square patties, right?
yeah.
Well, these are charcuterie.
It looks so delicious.
I know. I'm hungry.
Do you guys remember looking into like food artistry?
Yeah.
And
Some
the
of that.
guys who use super glue and paint and to make it look
Yeah.
like that perfect burger, that
Super
perfect
It was like
salad.
They use watered down Elmer's glue and milk.
yeah,
before milk
yeah,
and
yeah,
cereal
to make
commercials.
the actual milk and cereal.
Yep.
Crazy.
$2.99.
I kind of feel like Mad Men. I never really watched that. I watched a few episodes.
I would like to do that.
King of the Hill.
Love
Best.
King of the Hill.
Okay,
Best.
so let's start.
Paul
So, best series ever?
No.
Maybe.
I
I mean, they're up there with South Park.
I was just gonna say,
in my
yeah.
books, like South Park's probably better, but King of the Hill is right
Yeah.
there, man.
Oh, yeah.
dang
No,
it,
it was-
Bobby.
They took on every societal small issue and just blew it up
Yeah.
into Hank Hill, who's the most vanilla dude in the entire world,
Yeah.
and Dale, the conspiracy theorist, Boomhauer, the
No,
just
I
a
don't wanna talk
ladies'
about that
man.
one.
I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm
That was
talking
my
about. You
I
dang
wasted
old whale.
so much time.
Bill.
That was on Netflix when I was at Iowa, and
It's now only on Hulu,
is it on Hulu? I have Hulu.
which I subscribe to Hulu on Amazon, or not Amazon Prime Days, Black Friday
Yeah.
for 99 cents a month,
nice.
literally only to get King of the Hill. And,
have to check
and
that
there
out.
isn't an episode that I don't really like. Whereas South Park, like, I'm not a big fan of, what was the Fantasyland, Imagination
yeah.
Land
Yeah.
trilogy, and
I don't remember that at all.
it was not great.
That's
some
maybe
of
why I
them
don't
are
remember it
kinda
at all.
Yeah. But King of the Hill, every single episode,
Oh, yeah.
big fan.
When Bobby gets gout.
Yeah.
Hank thought it was turf toe at first, right?
Thought it was turf toe and it ended
Turf
up
toe,
being
that's
gout.
a real injury.
That's a real. Yeah, Bobby, you were
I'm
out
proud
there.
of you, son. Oh, so good.
This neighborhood is turning into Melrose Place.
On King of the Hill, coming up next on Non-Stop Fox.
Oh, yeah.
John
That's such a
Redcorn.
good joke too. John Redcorn just constantly sleeping with Dale's wife, and he just didn't get, like, he'd show up naked and Dale would be like, "Oh, John Redcorn, thank God you're here."
Oh man.
Oh, funny.
Classic.
This is a Fox News update. House Republicans looking into Democratic fundraising may wind up interviewing up to 500
Clinton.
people.
Oh,
The
man.
president is not above the law.
His hair doesn't
and
look
Catholics
great.
Just
nationwide
got back from
petition for women's
Epstein's.
rights
He
in
was above the law.
I don't know what
He's
you're
still
talking
above the law.
about.
Him and his wife both.
Yeah, but prove shit, man. Like, there's been nothing even close to proving compared to the Republicans.
Oh, I think it's about 50-50.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, yeah, with Trump with those bullshit right now, but
All his bullshit right now. No, his bullshit going back to tax fraud, things that are being investigated and are going to be charged once he is not the president of the United States.
yes.
So that's a lot more than I had sex with a woman when I shouldn't have.
What about I had sex with?
What about the 26
At
people
Pedo Island.
that just mysteriously disappeared when they're about to
Okay.
testify against the Clintons?
So how many of those 26 have been brought by any sort of reputable source, Adam?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly don't care enough to look into it.
You do, though.
No, I know.
Because you're-
Otherwise, I would have looked into it.
I don't know, man.
I think
So you don't think Trump's a bigger scumbag than Clinton?
He's probably just as big of a scumbag as Clinton.
No, let's say bigger. I mean, let's say bigger. Let's say bigger because one man was in the public eye for 15 years, and Trump's been in there for 5 total.
Trump's
Period.
just stupid, not as good at hiding it.
No, he's very stupid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not claiming the guy is smart.
Oh no,
or good at crime because he's not.
No, I agree on both counts.
You know.
Okay, fake news. Moving on.
Toss those
The
shades
90s.
down, Jim Bob.
This has been a Fox News update.
He's hilarious.
It's disgusting.
Okay, question.
Offensive.
Worship.
Sorry, pause again.
Is that Howard
I'm
Stern?
a big Howard Stern fan. Is anyone else in the room? Period.
I think Howard Stern is probably one of the greatest entertainers of our time because
because he sucks.
I was
the
just
last
gonna
2
say,
years.
well, he's
isn't he like an
there's no
SJW
way
now or
there's no
something?
way he could have done his radio TV show today.
No,
there's no way he could have done it today. So he's had to kind of morph and evolve, and so he's started to do the popular thing to stay current and relevant. And
you're absolutely correct. Back in the day, Howard Stern made his living off of showing up as Fart Man to the VMAs, farting on people, having what they called the whack pack of his listeners and fans. One was Wendy the retard. Yeah, hard R.
Yeah.
Hard R. Hank the angry dwarf.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
High pitched Eric.
High pitch Eric.
Yeah, I like high pitched
dude,
Eric.
Just
It was a
people
freak
who
show.
It was a freak show.
The dregs
It was a
of
modern day
society.
freak show. It was.
That's awesome.
And that.
But he kinda
was
celebrated
not-
that.
But that was 90s, man.
Yeah.
That. And I didn't get into them until like about 2004 or 5. I started watching old shows, and I watched right when Artie Lang came onto the show. Now Artie Lang has no nose. His nose cartilage, there's no bone there. His nose is deflated and about this wise. And literally, if you look at him in profile, you can't see anything sticking out.
like Voldemort.
Because he is like Voldemort, except the excess skin hasn't been cut away from heroin and cocaine.
Oofda.
But if you listen to the Howard Stern show in its prime, which I would say is about 1996 through 2002 or so, absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I think Bill Maher mentioned something on his show a few weeks ago that
About Stern.
Yeah, how he, just as you said, he was the entertainer at his time, and now it's kind of just a run in the mill because he's afraid to say anything.
He was such an entertainer that in terrestrial radio, he had so many millions of listeners that when he went to satellite, he boosted Sirius XM like 20 million subscribers. People that are paying $15 a month just to listen to Howard Stern on their commute.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's East Coast, where you're sitting in traffic for an hour and a half. Pop on Stern, it's a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
But a lot of it has been replay now. And he's still getting people into XM.
Yeah.
I pay XM, but I don't pay XM plus Stern.
Oh, there's a separate
Oh,
sub?
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's an extra $2 to get Howard 100 and Howard 100.1. He's got 2 stations on the Sirius radio. I just pay the $15 and I get my news and POTUS.
Yeah, POTUS. That's the left
POTUS
wing one,
XM.
isn't it? And then
No,
the
that's
Patriot.
right wing.
Patriot's right wing.
Patriot's right wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen to both.
Oh yeah, they're right back
they're so good,
back
man.
to back or something.
You can hear both sides.
What was the station that was it Air America? Not Air America.
Who was on?
The liberal one that came out in about 2004, 2005 was real big on
XM.
On XM, it went defunct after a while, and then they started up a new channel.
I didn't get it till like 2013.
Oh, okay.
Was when I started getting satellite. So not sure.
You guys want to move on to toys?
Yeah,
or?
sorry, I was talking Stern.
Alrighty.
Which, if we want to pull up some Howard Stern clips and listen to Beetlejuice talk about how much of a pimp he is,
we've got
the Super Soaker
best toys list of the 90s.
Okay, so here's the thing. That Super Soaker reminds me of. So my dad was the Parks and Rec director in Esterville. He had to go to conferences, like the state conference or whatever, which was in Fort Dodge. We stayed at the Starlight Village Motel, which now, if you drive by it, looks sketchy as shit. But back in the day, it was all right. Had a nice pool.
Starlight Village.
But Mom and I went to Target, and I talked her into buying me the Super Soaker that had the backpack.
Oh, yeah.
I had the backpack.
Extra water.
2 tanks on it. And that thing just drenched.
Yeah.
I go home, and less than a week later, I had emptied my gun, and I was sitting there talking to Mike Donovan, and I had the butt of the gun on the ground, the barrel resting on my ass, and put too much weight on that plastic, and the damn barrel just snaps.
Oh, no.
And, dude, that was like a $60 or $70 toy.
Man, that's
brutal.
I felt like such an asshole.
Yeah.
Big
Still
old
do.
apparatus.
Never got into Pogs.
Yeah, I
we
don't.
talked Pogs a little bit.
I never really understood.
TNT, though, the turtles are my jam.
This is legit, yep. Got
Did
April
you have a lot
O'Neil.
of them? Do you still have them, Jim?
I've got a few. I think I got rid of most of them.
Yeah, I did too.
Jill still has all my turtles.
Nice.
Like, I have a big canvas, maybe
Creepy
3-foot
crawlers.
bag,
Oh, no way.
big canvas bag that's just full of Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd have to put them together because I'm sure I have the originals and
Yeah.
got a bunch of sweet ones, but I'm not ready to get rid of those yet.
Oh, they were fun for sure.
Man, me and Kevy, we did the creepy
Creepy
crawlers.
crawlies,
Yeah,
yep.
that was awesome.
I had one of those
Wait,
too.
what was the creepy crawlies?
That was so it had like a little kind of
Oven,
electric
yeah.
oven thing, and you put this goop in the
Oh, and
little
you had to bake them.
aluminum or something.
It was like an
tray,
easy bake
yeah.
oven for boys.
Basically.
Yeah, Derek Lester had one.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Derek Lester had one of those.
Of course,
Yep.
Lester did.
Lester
had
had
some
a lot
cool
of stuff.
toys.
Yeah.
God,
Did you have that Game Boy though, Adam?
I did.
I did
Yep.
too.
I still had that
still
Game Boy.
do.
Yep.
And I
Still works.
Mom found it in the basement, and I go, I want to take that home. Pop some batteries in it. Sure as shit, dude.
Yep.
Fired
Boots
right
right
up.
up.
Still playing Tetris.
Exactly. Tetris was my first game that my dad actually played with me. The only video game that Dave has ever played with Andy is Tetris on the original Game Boy.
Nice.
But I had Mortal Kombat on that one. I had a Tiny Toons Adventure one that I specifically remember playing at the Grand Theater while my babysitter was cleaning the other theaters. And they'd put me in the empty one and
Bop It. Those were sweet. I remember.
Bop it.
I still have
Spin
a
it.
Furby.
Yep.
Twist it.
Man.
Okay, so let's talk about yo-yos.
Yeah,
for a minute.
yo-yos made a real short-lived comeback.
Yep.
And I remember because I was I had watched Johnny Carson, one of his last shows, and he had like a world yo-yo expert on. I thought it was cool as hell what he was doing, and this was you can tell it was back in the early '90s. And so we were at a toy shop in Chicago, and I talked my dad into getting me a nice classic wooden yo-yo, and I brought it to school.
Like a wood? Did it have bearings and all that?
No,
Okay.
just like the classic
Classic,
wooden with
just-
the wooden spool in the middle,
Yep.
and that was it. And I, played with it, and I brought it to school, and I, thought it was fun and cool, and of course I got made fun of, so I never brought it to school again. And like next year, everybody has fucking yo-yos. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
You're ahead of the curve. I remember the Duncan ones. And they had the
they'd
bearings and
sleep,
stuff. And
yeah.
Yep.
you just get them to sleep for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Man, yo-yos are awesome.
Rock the baby or rock the cradle. Or
yeah.
rock the,
Around the world, walk
around
the
world,
dog.
walk the dog, yep. Then it turned into like a contest of who could get the most expensive yo-yo.
Oh,
I remember that
Do
shit.
you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
They had the Mega Brains.
Yeah.
Oh,
that had,
yeah.
like stupid.
Had like a
ball bearings.
V8 engine
and-
in it, yeah.
So
It was ridiculous.
my friend Barry that I met up in Minnesota was still into yo-yos this year. Or like a year ago. Barry,
Let it go,
as a
dude.
former professional snowboarder, he's just kind of hanging out. And his yo-yos, I tried to use them. I couldn't make it come back up. I threw it down, and it's sitting there spinning.
Yeah.
You could not
flick it.
It was a weird. I just couldn't. Oh my god, the talk boy, dude! I should have brought mine tonight.
Let's scroll up a little bit because I mean there were a few
Yeah,
like
we missed some things
like
here.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
My sister had a couple Tamagotchis, and she would wake up in the middle of the fucking night to feed her
Yeah.
Tamagotchi.
Feed
she
it,
was like
clean the poo.
7, 8.
Super into it.
Yeah, it was
like a
that
cell
was
phone
that
now.
was what, like 6th, 7th grade, Jim, for us.
I think so,
How
yeah.
about you, Kyle?
I remember him. I think you guys might have been a little older because I
Oh, I know
I
we
remember.
are because math.
No, I mean when that came out. Older than 5th or 6th grade is what I meant.
I had one that I bought at the outlet store. Because back then the outlet had like cool little things.
Yeah.
They had
Like
the
Pogs.
and the pop pops, and the pop pops, the little gunpowders where you throw them on the ground.
yeah.
And, but I had a Tamagotchi type thing. I don't think it was the brand name. I think it was an off name, and I just sucked at it. Man,
How can you suck at Tamagotchi?
I'm still not good about checking. Things.
Oh,
It'll
you just
die
don't
in its
check.
own poo, or
Yep.
like I play Clash of Clans right now, and my stuff's always full, and I don't get on, and
Skip it. That was about a 1 weekend wonder. You know,
Skip
your
it.
parents would buy it for you. You'd play it for a while, and you're like, okay, I'm done.
too much activity for me. Not an Andy thing. Too much coordination.
Furbies.
Furbies,
I had a
Furbies
Furby.
were weird, right? Because didn't they talk to each other too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a weird Bluetooth thing, or
I
My
don't.
son was no, it wasn't. It was they were light and sound sensors inside. So
Oh,
if you,
so it's like an
if you saw the-
IR.
if you saw the lights go on, or if you clapped your hands, or if you talked to it, it would. And I hear my son was fucking scared of Furbies.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just they were scary. I mean,
They
if you had
are
watched
scary.
Gremlins at any point in
I
your
get
life,
that though, man. Like they
Yeah.
absolutely are. Because it looks like Gizmo.
it does.
Right? It looks like the nice furry, and then you feed him after midnight, and
Yep.
Well,
shit
yeah,
hits
they'd-
the fan.
They'd pop off in the middle of the night
Yeah.
too. It's
You laying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Stretch Armstrong. That was another 1 weekend wonder.
Never had a Furby. Never had a Stretch.
The trolls were huge.
Now,
Yeah.
Easy Bake Oven.
See,
That
trolls
should
I
be
never
like
got
in the
into either.
Kevy had
Easy Bake
those.
was a girl thing.
Yeah.
That was a girl thing, but that
But-
was also dated way back to the 90s. I don't think it should be included in the list.
No, it's more of an 80s, 70s, 80s. Like, wasn't Easy Bake like when my mom was a
Around
kid?
since like the 60s and 50s.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
right? I think
Forever.
so. Talk Boy, fantastic. So I still have my original Talk Boy that came out with Home Alone 1. I bought it after Home Alone 1. And Molly Rosenboom and Carlene Swisher and I all were at the same daycare at Molly's mom's house.
Oh yeah.
And we used to do a version of karaoke where we'd sing into the Talk Boy and play a tape over something else. So the things that I remember are Achy Breaky Heart. It's probably some Garth Brooks tunes. Back when Andy liked country.
So is that kind of like? Do you guys remember what was it? Yak Back or Yak?
It was
that
like
yak?
a little
The orange thing. Yak.
But that didn't that have some processing in it, like where you can make your voice sound slow?
Yeah.
Make it, yeah. Talk Boy did not.
So it's
Talk
just
Boy was
straight.
straight up recording. You could hit record and back at the same time, and it would make a.
Okay.
But it was strictly recording.
Yak.
If you go back to Jim, help.
What?
Reach inside Andy's brain.
No, the movie Home Alone.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Home Alone, where Talk Boy came back. Like, there were numerous of those where you just make a, thanks again, you filthy animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Cabbage Patch Dolls. I had one of those.
The Koosh or
I
whatever.
still
those
have
are-
my Cabbage Patch Doll.
Those are
Kush.
cool.
Kush balls.
I love Koosh balls. I'd buy one
Barbie?
right now.
Battleship.
You sunk my battleship.
I never found Battleship fun because I always cheated. Like, it was never a real game.
You always want to play against somebody with glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when they look down, you can see where
Cap guns.
Robert
Big wheels.
Perkins.
Oh, I had
That's a
big
call out. Robert Perkins. Battleship.
Oh, yeah.
So fun fact. You two probably don't know. Jimmy and I know a friend named Robert Perkins. I think he goes by Bert now.
Yeah, you've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Fantastic friend. I didn't get to know him until, well, in 4th grade, we got into an argument, and Mrs. Sykes, does anyone remember Sandra Sykes?
Oh, Sandra or Juan?
Wanda
No.
Sykes.
Oh, Wanda Sykes.
No, Wanda Sykes is a black lady comedian. Sandra Sykes
Get my
was
Sykes mixed up.
Thunder Thighs, who was a 4th grade teacher when we were going through.
That's right.
And Robert and I got into a huge, fight. And she put our asses on a carpet and told us we couldn't move until we were friends. So we started chatting. And dude introduced me to Pokemon and introduced me to a bunch of, nerd culture stuff.
He was a big nerd.
He texted me 2 weekends ago, maybe. Sweet Corn Days weekend, I think it was. And I text Jim right after. And he goes, "Hey, how do I know you?" And I go, "Dude, it's Spurge from back in the day, 4th grade. Let's talk about Pokemon." And he's like, "Oh, man, I totally remember you." I go, "Hey, we got this podcast." And he totally wants to dial in.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that is 90s part 3.
Oh, for sure.
Because Robert Perkins, also known as Perg.
Yeah.
My dude.
Did he graduate with you guys? Or?
No, he moved away.
I haven't seen Bert since the 90s.
7th
I think,
grade.
so.
7th grade, maybe?
Yeah.
6th, 7th grade, he moved away.
Okay.
Same with Andy Hamilton.
Yeah.
I feel like hitting Hambone in here.
Oh, sure.
Would be fantastic. And he's a monk now. Or
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
like a
Buddhist?
Buddhist dude.
Yeah.
Clue.
Yeah.
Clue's good. That's a good game.
There were some good ones.
How
for
was
sure.
checkers the 90s? No one plays checkers anymore? That's not a thing?
Well, checkers was a lot earlier in the 90s.
Yeah,
Right.
some of these are weak.
Isn't it like dummy chess, basically?
Kinda.
Easy chess.
G.I. Joes, you betcha.
G.I. Joe.
Glowworm.
My
I had
favorite
one of
thing
those.
about G.I. Joe was the animated series where they'd bring on one of the animated guys and he'd talk to some kids and say, "And knowing is half the battle." G.I. Joe.
I had that exact hacky sack.
Did ya?
Yeah.
God, the hours that I spent playing hacky sack in college.
Yeah.
Hacky sack.
With the other people up front of the dorm who had no friends.
That was 90s, man.
Hacky sack was legit.
That was like the 90s.
Jimbo and I played
Oh,
down
yeah.
in Kansas City.
It's true.
With a whole bunch of random homeless dudes
Yep.
outside of our hotel for a challenge trip. Hungry Hippos I never had, but I thought was a lot of fun.
It was a lot.
Because you just jam it. You just keep hitting it. Jenga is
Right.
good.
Hula hoops, no. Well, now Jenga's a bar game.
It is.
Oversized Jenga.
Yeah, you toss it on some 4x2s.
Yep.
I don't know how
Two
true.
before.
How would
Two
Truger
before.
make them?
Two before.
Two before.
Two before.
So apparently the wolf went up to northern Minnesota with all the. He went with a bunch of dads and kids, and man, there were some stories. Amy Dime was telling me stories about Wolf going up there. They call him Wolf now.
Yeah, Nick. Well, that would Wolf
Cat?
would be his
Father-in-law,
Father-in-law,
right?
yeah,
Mm.
Nick. Grigg.
Yeah.
He's basketball coach with me.
You like to talk to him?
I love Nick. Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
You aren't?
I am.
Oh yeah.
I was also a co-coach with Nick.
Oh,
flag
soccer.
flag football.
All right. Yeah. Did you guys win the league?
Jensen go deep. That was our play. Jensen deep, Jensen left, Jensen right.
Yeah.
Nate Jensen, he was our stud.
Come on in. Join the party.
Come on, Gabe.
Hey, what up, man?
This is Gabe. He's my little man.
Hi, Gabe.
I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a...
We're talking about things 30 years before your time.
Buddy, you wait till you hear about these toys.
2000s, 2010s kid insight on our toys.
Let's talk about Sega Genesis.
Oh, Sega. You've heard
so
of that.
That is a 16-bit console that ran Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic was the big game.
Sonic, I think, was their exclusive, right?
What was their other one? It was the fighting game.
No, Mortal Kombat was on Nintendo too.
No, there was an.
I know. What
was an
is it?
exclusive
Tekken?
one.
Tekken?
Oh, was Tekken on?
Or
Tekken might have just been. Yep.
Oh God.
Talk whenever you want. My brain's going to take us to the wall.
Street Fighter was Nintendo. That was Capcom. I think it was probably Tekken, though, because Tekken was super Japanese, and Sega, I feel like, was Asian, right? Jim? I don't know. You're a Nintendo guy.
I suppose, yeah.
Also Asia.
That's right. It's a Nintendo purist.
Yeah,
Till the early 2000s.
He was, but he had the Nintendo 64 before anyone I knew.
I finally broke down and bought a PS2.
Yeah.
Oh, buy a PS4, buddy. You can play with me and Kyle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just fallen off. Video games, I don't know.
You're gonna play WoW
Vidya?
Classic.
I do want to play WoW Classic.
Vidya games?
Yeah, but
Wait, what's this about WoW Classic?
So, I'm assuming you're
Teach
familiar
me.
with World of Warcraft.
I know what that is.
Okay.
I've never played, though.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
I would like to.
So
Yeah.
World of Warcraft, Blizzard Entertainment has re-released the original World of Warcraft before all of the expansions, before all the game changes, before all that kind of stuff, before it morphed
So up to
into
like level 30?
60.
60.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's like a super grind.
On PlayStation?
On
PC.
Yeah, it'll be.
Okay, I'm not playing on PC.
PC or Mac?
I'm not, definitely not playing on Mac, but I'm not, well.
Yeah, Gabe's played WoW.
I bet it would be fun, man. I can't, I'm currently unemployed. I can't justify buying a gaming rig right now. And so I'm going to stick with my console.
All right, Spurge.
And my console, shut up. My console
We need a tank.
has Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 3 won't be long.
Which is, Borderlands 3 comes out next month.
Cyberpunk.
And it is the deal.
That's what I hear good things about it.
Well, have you played Borderlands 2?
Very, very briefly.
Yeah, you got to.
I want to do 3.
Let's take a look at this last page here.
What's
lava lamps.
Teddy
Ruxpin. I never had one of those.
Never did.
I always wanted one. Never
Was it
had.
a talking?
Yeah.
It's like the less creepy version of a Furby.
Oh, we already hit the Furby.
We already hit the Furby.
Yeah.
Furby was 2 pages ago, buddy.
Yep.
And that was way creepy, right?
Oh yeah, we have 2 of them.
Good. There's a consensus then.
So Teddy Ruxpin was what? Like, I'm your friend.
Exactly.
No clue. I never had it.
Barrel monkeys.
Twister, always, that was a college thing for me.
I forgot
That
all
was
about
you get girls weird and
Yeah.
play with it. Trouble was the one where you press the thing in the middle, right? To spin the die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trouble is fun. I like board games, and I don't play them enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've asked Jim, and I think Jim and Laura.
Laurel, she loves board games.
He said Laura gets too competitive.
She gets very competitive.
Yeah,
she starts to grit her teeth, and like you think the friendship is on the line.
Maybe even the marriage.
Yeah, right.
But it's not. I mean, she's just, or is it?
What's that?
It's not, or it is. Like, is she serious, or is she just like?
Well, she gets
pretty
into it. Yeah, I
competitive?
mean, she's just a competitive that way.
Have you guys played Catan much?
Settlers.
No, I've played it maybe once. I think I don't know if she has.
That's a game I'd like to get.
Yeah,
That's kind of
That's
blowing
fun.
up.
I have one. I love it. I absolutely love Catan.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to play, I'm in.
Shrimp's a big
Yeah.
Settlers of Catan player,
Eric
I think.
loves tabletop gaming. Yep. So.
Is he a D&D guy?
I love D&D.
I've never played.
Oh.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
You have, Gabe?
Yeah.
It's
Talk
awesome.
into your mic, bud.
Yeah, we played it for a little bit, but then I just was like, it's kind of getting a little.
So here's the
gotta
question.
have a
Here's
good
the question,
dungeon master.
bud. Do you get to carry your character? Does that get to go from game to game?
Can.
We never really finished a campaign.
Yeah.
We joined a I think it was like D3 is what it was called. It was a game group and store in Rochester, Minnesota, and we had been watching. Was it Stranger Things? The first.
Yeah.
The first. We watched something where the kid.
First season of Stranger Things was super into it.
Yeah, that, and then I listen to D&D podcasts sometimes just for giggles because they're kind of fun when you hear a bunch of drunk adults playing D&D.
Yeah, dude.
And he would listen to them on car trips with me. He's like, "That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to play." So we played for a couple months, and he wasn't into it. So we're like, okay, we'll let it go.
And that's the thing. Like I feel if I found someone that was into it and actually wanted to quest and wanted to.
It's awesome because it's like everything's in the whim of whoever the dungeon master is, and it's pretty much the world setter and the rules master.
Do you think we'd let Jim be our rules master?
I don't know if Jim would be a good. It takes a special person to be a dungeon master.
Probably, maybe not.
No, I think he's
might
a
not
player.
Be the guy.
I feel like more like a Taylor Olson who follows the rules.
Kevy could be a dungeon master, probably.
Kevy would be a good dungeon master, actually.
Maybe we should do a D&D podcast episode.
Yeah, we
sometime.
should. It takes like 3 hours to make a character, but we can.
Okay.
I will get some pre-mades online.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
I have been neglecting my
if you
chat
do your
duties
from start to finish.
Okay. Do we have any comments or anything?
We've got several comments.
You can
Yeah.
roll a pre-made,
and Genevieve Bilia. I don't know what she's referring to. That hole's very deep. It was really early when we started. Kevin Grimm's, of course, said Dickens County matters. And then this Simpsons commercial makes him think of Vic's friend.
Kevin, do you subscribe to
the
Dickinson County News? Because apparently Matt Heinrichs told me that's important.
What is?
Subscribing to your local news source.
What was that last comment again, Adam?
That Simpsons commercial makes me think of Vic's friend, chicken strips, and religious ed class.
Okay.
And then Jen commented on my Bubba Gump shrimp hat because, this is a 90s episode, so I had to wear something 90s-ish.
That's great, yeah.
And then, let's see. And she also commented that her brother and her went through several Stretch Armstrongs, pulling the arms off and watching the corn syrup ooze out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's disturbing now that she thinks about it. Furbies are terrifying. Everybody cheats at Battleship. And then Kevin Grimm's called us a bunch of nerds.
Oh, yeah.
And I agreed.
Yep. I concur.
Call him a nerd.
So lava lamps, did you guys have those?
Yep. I used it as my nightlight.
I love lava lamps.
I just stare into them for hours.
They're cool to watch.
Yeah.
They're cool.
We had one upstairs, but I think something happened. The liquid doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think the light bulb's hot enough. It's probably like an LED.
Yeah. They burn out
Just
after a while,
sits there.
don't they? Kind of.
Damn hippies.
Yeah.
Ruining it.
Can't even have a lava lamp anymore.
Damn lava lamp.
Well, should we move on to TV shows here?
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Better keep her moving, I guess.
All right, this is the greatest shows of the 90s ranked.
So I am in firm
False.
disagreement right here.
Yeah, no.
Goddamn Friends. I'm not a fan, man.
Hate it.
It was a cute show. It was funny. I don't think it should be number one. I think, like a Married with Children or a Roseanne.
My girlfriend is still super into it, and I can't.
There's like a cult following.
I don't
almost.
like laugh tracks.
Laura watches every single day.
Yeah, it's like a
Seriously.
religion. But yeah, I don't like the top three. I guess Fresh Prince is all right, but
Fresh Prince is all right. Seinfeld, I dug.
Never got
I did like Seinfeld.
Seinfeld was a show about nothing.
Yeah.
Their last episode was a big letdown.
Yeah, that was stupid. Let's go to jail. Hang out. Not a fan.
Of course, they were all really shitty people, and that was the point.
And here it goes. I mean, Simpsons, you cannot argue that that's the best series of all time. Maybe next to South Park, Simpsons did it first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Simpsons done it.
Home Improvement. That was another TV mom that I really had a crush on, Jill.
Oh, yeah.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Classic 90s mom.
And Full House. Rebecca.
Never got into Full House.
Aunt Becky.
Aunt Becky, yeah.
Everybody
had
Full
a thing
House
for Aunt Becky.
Jesse Katsopoulos.
Yep.
Jesse Spano.
Kelly still watches Law and Order.
Oh, yeah?
Drives me nuts.
I've never watched Law and Order.
I haven't either.
Boy Meets World I watched a lot of.
Yeah, this was my jam in the 90s.
Danielle Fishel.
Do you guys remember Salute Your Shorts?
I do.
Yes,
That is, I have all of them
Yeah.
on my hard drive.
Nice.
If you want them.
Salute Your Shorts are
My
rock.
favorite. What's your favorite Salute Your Shorts episode?
Oh, God. I don't
Because
even
I'm
remember.
going to say Zeke the Plumber.
Oh, yeah, Zeke the Plumber. You betcha.
Zeke the Plumber.
Salute
He
Your
was the
Shorts.
it was like the Halloween episode, the kind of scary one, and
Yeah.
it was about Zeke who would come in with his
What
gonna
was
give,
that other kind of
plunger.
scary, quote unquote, scary?
Are you afraid of the
Are
dark?
you afraid of the dark? Yeah.
Yeah,
you'd
the Saturday
also
night
have all
lineup,
those.
Yeah, that was legit.
Nickelodeon Saturday
All
night
that.
was legit.
Snick
yeah.
was
Snick,
bomb.
yeah, Snick was pretty good.
Saved by the Bell was good. That was my, because I think I was too young for Friends, and then by the time I got old enough for Friends, I didn't appreciate it at all because I had been exposed to other things. Saved by the Bell was my like sitcom.
Yeah, mine too. I watched that every day after school.
You know,
I could still sing the theme song.
Oh yeah, and AC Slater was my dude. He that was X-Files.
I know. I was just looking at it and that popped in my head.
Frasier. Ugh.
Frasier was like the smart comedy.
I still love Frasier. I could have watched them all multiple
Funny.
times, and I could,
Holy cow, that 70 show was in the 90s?
Yeah,
Nah, that doesn't count for me.
That
I
maybe
kind of
hit
agree.
99.
I mean,
like-
2 years of the 90s.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Funny thing was,
Where's Roseanne?
Yeah, what the heck?
She's not on the list because of the stuff.
The snowflakes.
Because she's a
Oh,
Republican.
probably because of the snowflakes.
But,
It's
I mean,
probably
that-
just down the line.
That show and Married with Children both really, really talked about what it was like to be blue collar.
The thing is, if Beavis and Butthead isn't number one, then it doesn't count. Beavis and Butthead rocked the 90s.
You're all whacking off in my shed? My camper?
They're out in
Who's
the
lying?
shed.
Here's
They
Roseanne,
which they were
17.
whacking.
Really? 17.
Behind Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
And
Let's
who?
say that because that's awful.
That's bad. That's bad rankings.
What do you think, Gabe?
People
Have
suck.
you do you know any of these, bud?
I think I've watched a couple.
But how about Simpsons? You know the Simpsons.
Oh, Simpsons. That's
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Well,
Good.
we watched we saw the Simpsons meets Family Guy episode today.
Oh,
yeah, it
sure.
was very violent, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Also, my grandparents have this old Xbox, and we play it like a Simpsons hit and run game.
Oh, yeah.
Your
That's a lot
grandparents
of
do,
fun.
or is that Adam's old Xbox?
Actually, no, I think it's their Xbox.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Oh, my mom's a gamer. She was a Legend of Zelda fan.
Marsha?
Yeah. So yeah,
Really?
Marsha was
blow my
was
mind,
a
brother.
massive Legend of Zelda fan. So before there was
Respect.
the Nintendo Power Guides and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, she meticulously went and mapped out every level, every screen of it. She mapped it all out by hand, and they used to play at night. And Kim and Luann Swanson were
Yeah.
also really, really
Yep.
into it. And so they would call each other, "Oh my God, I just found the secret. Have you found it yet?" And so we bought every Nintendo console that had a Zelda game because my mother loved to play
awesome.
Zelda.
That's
Like a giant tote of Nintendos.
so. By the way, Gabe, your grandma's awesome. That's sweet, man.
She have a Switch?
I do.
Breath of the
No.
Wild?
No, she does play. She plays TAC.
Do you?
And she also plays The Hobbit now
I want
on
one.
Xbox.
Hobbit, nice.
ER. You remember ER when
Yeah.
Clooney was on it?
I never got too into ER.
Yeah, it was good until he left.
Yep.
I'm a big George Clooney fan. I always want to turn into
Well,
him someday.
wasn't there? You remember Rescue 911?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was like the real ER, where they like followed real paramedics, and it
Yeah.
was super gory.
Then ER and Chicago Hope came out at about the same time, and then Chicago Hope fizzled out after a year. That had Mandy Patinkin in it.
Family Matters. I remember that show.
Is that the one with Urkel?
Yep.
Yep. That's Urkel.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers, Frasier and Seinfeld, all the same.
King Hill, no respect either.
Needs to be higher. Fantastic.
I never watched In Living Color.
Yeah. Me neither.
Was
South
that the
Park.
Wayans Brothers?
Yeah.
In Living Color?
South Park.
That should be higher.
Way too low.
I don't know. I don't think it really...
In the
90s it wasn't... I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of cussing, and I know some people aren't fond of that. So.
I think it took off more in the
the
mid-2000s.
Yeah, that's probably
Mad
fair.
About You, Helen Hunt. Oh, there's another one.
Wonder Years. Oh, man.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
I love the Wonder Years.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name? Winnie.
Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper. That was another TV crush. Oh my God.
Yeah, she was Fox.
This is getting out of
Still
hand.
is.
She writes scientific children's books, doesn't she?
I don't know.
Could be.
Drew Carey show.
SNL. I don't know.
Yeah.
That should always be at the bottom of my list.
Right.
It's never funny.
Oh God, Baywatch.
Yeah.
Sabrina the
Wow,
Teenage
that ran
Witch.
for 12 years.
Yeah, it did.
That's
Jeez.
insane.
I would have guessed like 4.
Pam Anderson.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson.
The Hoff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I didn't even watch.
Yeah.
The King of Queens. I like Leah Remini.
Dawson's Creek I've heard of. It's a bit further.
Yeah, Dawson's Creek was about a bunch of angsty teens that are all spoiled and cause a lot of trouble. Yep.
Laura loved one of these shows. I can't remember which one though. Might have been.
Charmed was kind of fun.
Wasn't that the D or the WB?
Yep.
Mad
Charmed,
TV.
Dawson's Creek were both in the WB.
Mad TV. Like a ripoff of
I
SNL.
miss Mad
But
TV was
it had
funny.
some funny stuff.
Oh yeah.
It had some incredibly funny stuff.
Artie Lang of the Howard Stern Show.
Didn't Mad TV have the ambiguously gay duo?
No, that was SNL.
What did
Ace and Gary.
Ace
Yeah.
and Gary. Holy cow.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Then Mad TV was one that
Couldn't be
had
caught dead
Stewart.
with that on TV.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look what I can
do.
Look what I can do. No, that was Mad TV, and Mad TV had Spy versus Spy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That could be on TV
That.
nowadays. Ace and Gary.
Rugrats was cute.
And just
I
dick
did like Rugrats.
Car. They're just jumping the balls.
Spin City was that Michael J. Fox's
Yes.
pretty much his last
Yes.
sitcom.
Rugrats, though. Rugrats, in terms of cartoons, Rugrats is bomb.
Yeah, it was legit.
Tommy Pickle.
Tommy Pickle. Yeah.
Coach never got into.
Yeah.
Coach was funny. Coach was
I was
funny.
too young, I think, to enjoy Coach, and I hate Fran Drescher, so the nanny was out of.
I saw some reruns the other day, and Niles, the butler, made that whole freaking show. He was so funny. So funny.
And maybe I never watched it.
Watch a couple and pay attention to all of Niles' one-liners.
Okay.
Will and Grace was great when
That was the oh my god they're gay thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
what's her name? I can never remember her name.
Grace.
Grace is.
Yeah.
When it got late enough in the show where she started getting confident, she started wearing more revealing clothing. That's when I paid attention.
Just
Oh,
shoot
the
me.
dinosaurs.
Oh, was that the family?
That was the family of
Oh
the.
man, they were funny.
I used to pretend I'd be sick from school and I'd go watch it at my grandma's
The
house.
baby. Don't smack the baby. Or what was it?
Animaniacs. Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Tiny Toons.
Have we seen Felicity on this yet?
Tiny
think so.
Toons Adventures.
Great show.
Yeah,
was
I
good.
miss that
I had
show.
that on the original Game Boy. They had a video game too.
Oh, that was a great
Tiny
game,
Toons.
too.
You got to play as Donald and Daffy. No, Daffy Duck. And who was the rabbit?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny?
Bugs and Yosemite, maybe?
Yosemite Sam.
Or he might have been like a special. Like you call him in.
Okay.
Unsolved Mysteries
Nah, that was-
scared the crap
that was
out
a
of me
legit
sometimes when I
show.
was a kid, especially when there were like UFO stuff or ghost things.
Mostly the dude's voice.
Yeah.
though,
It's
too.
so gravelly.
Tonight!
He'd be like, tonight!
What was his name?
Unsolved Mysteries!
I can see him and I can
Somebody
hear him.
stole $500.
Worth them all!
What was his name? Robert
Stack.
Stack.
Update.
Update. Yeah.
Nobody gives a crap about Bigfoot.
Last week
So
we talked
screwed.
about.
I don't remember A Different World.
No, me
Hey
neither.
Arnold.
Hey Arnold was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good
NYPD Blue.
cartoon.
The first butt on television I remember was a really, really big deal, and I think they showed Jimmy
butt.
Smith's butt. And there was this whole conversation about it before it aired, and like everybody was glued to their TV to
Hyping
see
up the
Jimmy
butt.
Smith's butt.
Was a strange time, Gabe. A strange time.
Glad I didn't see it.
What are we doing tonight, Pinky?
Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
The same thing we do every night.
Try to take over the world.
That was a Burt Perkins.
Oh, yeah.
Pinky and the Brain.
Mm-hmm. That was a good show.
Doug.
I
Doug
love
was good.
Doug, yeah.
Doug was real good. Skeeter and
Recess.
Valentine and Patty Mayonnaise.
Patty Man.
What was that? The Beats.
Yeah, that band.
Yep, the Beats.
The Beats, yep. Recess was good.
Yeah, I liked Recess.
I don't
For a
remember
Disney
that.
thing, it was...
yeah, that was a good one.
Was it Disney? I think it was Disney.
Oh, next
Yeah.
up, 62. Tailspin was
Cartoon
my
Network.
jam.
Yeah, that was a
Tailspin
good show.
the shit, dude.
The Jungle Book people. Their
Yep.
spin-off. Yeah.
Except the guy that threw out the little sky surfer thing.
Yeah, the kid.
Surf behind the plane.
Yeah, they had to add a few characters, I think.
Clouds.
It was sort of Blue's spin-off, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, Blue was the
I would
pilot.
watch that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tailspin. Oh, tailspin.
Isn't it funny that you can probably do most of these?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
No, that's with T and Tamara. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
T. Tamara and Laurie. Yep.
I forgot about Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Oh, man. That was before Dr. Phil.
That's just like, it'd be some summer like day, Wednesday. I'd be stuck
Snake-
over at the lake.
snake
Grandma's
bite.
watching me. Nothing to do. Dr. Quinn is on. Oh, Walker.
Texas Ranger.
Oh.
Roundhouse kick solves everything.
Yeah. You just got to kick him.
I know. And the hundreds of thousands of jokes that has led to has been
It's insane.
Man, Beavis is
Beavis
67.
and Butthead, though,
No respect
should
for
be way
Beavis.
higher.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fantastic. From when I was... Dad would say, when I would wake up in the middle of the night crying because I needed fed, it was always Dad's responsibility. He'd toss on MTV, and it would be Beavis and Butthead. And so I
Nice.
grew up with these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out, commenting on music videos.
Tales from the Crypt. Wow. Yeah.
I
Tales
don't
from
remember
the
that
Crypt
very
was
much.
good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Remember
That had
watching
the guy in the coffin, right? That
Mhm,
pop
Crypt
up.
Keeper.
Yeah.
really gotten into Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck was similar to Tailspin in my eyes. It was just kind of an old cartoony character that they repurposed.
Yeah.
Growing Pains had
That
Kirk
was a good one.
Cameron in it.
Yep.
Goosebumps.
Kirk come to Jesus
Oh,
Cameron.
Yeah, dude, he was all about the Jesus things.
Well, yeah, and as soon as he finished that show, he went and started a camp somewhere.
The Left Behind series.
Oh,
Gotta
God.
get raptured.
Yeah.
I read those books.
I read every one of them.
So the
All
Goosebumps
time.
thing, I mean,
It shouldn't be
TV
a
show,
TV
whatever. The
TV
books
show
are
is
what I
bad.
recall.
Yeah.
Books were the bomb.
Yeah, books were where it's at.
I
man.
maybe read 30 of them.
Oh gosh.
I mean,
yeah.
everyone that came out.
Yeah.
It was a
I still remember we went on a family road trip to Colorado, and I took 10 with me, and we had to stop on the way home so I could buy more books, more Goosebump books.
Burn through them all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were fantastic books for a kid.
Oh yeah.
The one where the dad becomes a plant in the basement.
Yeah. There one about barf or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Monster Blood.
Monster Blood.
Remember Monster Blood?
Dad would say read like before I went to sleep. He would say read a book, and so it was like a story version of the Goosebumps book, and then so like I took the wrong path, and so I died.
Oh
and I was like, okay, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I just
Those
hopped
choice
on my
books
phone
are
and
cool.
went to YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's what Goosebumps went to. They went to like the choose your own adventure stories.
If you didn't like it, you just back up and try again.
Yeah, exactly. You always have to hold like 2 in front of where you chose.
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was dirty.
That's Tom's fave, I think.
Healthy, man.
When I watched it when I was younger, I never got that message.
Wilbur Cobb.
Yeah, there's a lot of innuendo and stuff in Ren and Stimpy.
It's log.
Now, I didn't get into Star Trek like TNG until about 2015.
Yep. Same.
Yeah. I'm a huge Star
Andy
Trek
Hamilton.
fan. Yep.
Big guy.
He was in it.
He's into it.
It's not horrible. I've watched
Dave
some
Finley.
of the movies on an old tape.
Dave Finley's a Trekkie.
Yeah.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he dressed up as, he's wearing the command uniform or something one time for Halloween.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, Senior.
In your Trek.
Yep. But yeah, TNG is really good. Deep Space Nine is really, really good. Voyager is fair.
Is it just good stories, or because I know it's cheesy as hell?
Yeah, I mean there's cheesiness, but this special effects are lame and stuff. But yeah, I mean I think the writing's pretty good.
Cool.
Generally, what I like the most about it is there's usually some sort of moral dilemma, and then the captain has to
make
balance between two bad choices.
Kind of like the Orville.
Who's your favorite captain then, Jim?
But not as funny.
My favorite captain is probably Sisko from Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Or I like Captain Janeway a lot from Voyager. But Picard is up there for me too.
Look at this. He's not picking. I was gonna say you're not picking Picard.
Yeah.
You're not picking who you normally would.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Picard is, of course, he's pretty iconic and everything, but Deep Space Nine is grittier, and I don't know. I'm sort of partial to that series generally.
The dude in the back is just pretending to turn a wheel.
No, I don't know. I don't recall that in any of them, but
Magic School Bus.
Oh yeah.
Gabe, any thoughts on the Magic School Bus?
Well, there was this one episode where I think his name is Arnold. I think he said to his sister, since she liked all these moon rocks, she didn't want to let them go. And then his brother, or her brother, said, you'll see what happens if you stay here for the rest of your life with these rocks. And he took off his helmet, and then he just froze in space. And so they had to rush him into the school bus and go back to Earth. And it was just kind of weird. And then there's all these memes about it and stuff like that. It's
Kind of like the meme captain, aren't you? There's memes all over the place that you're aware of.
Kevy says Seventh Heaven. You want to remember that? Yeah, I know.
Barf.
That's the reaction. That one chick was super hot though. Oh man,
gorgeous.
What was her name? She was like the older sister.
Oh yeah, she was a babe.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kevy.
Had to bring it up.
Oh, the Cosby Show.
Not a fan. I never understood why Bill Cosby was funny to people. He had never been funny to me, and then all of a sudden he's a rapist and all that. Futurama, hilarious.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a Matt Groening thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simpsons. Yep.
Who's the boss? Lane.
Tony Danza. Period. News to Radio was funny.
Yeah.
There's only 2 episodes, maybe, Or 2 seasons?
Yeah, that was a great
Wasn't
show.
on long, yeah.
Oh, 4, 95 to 99.
Remember Joe Rogan was on?
Yeah, he was on
News
that show. It was
Radio?
crazy.
Wasn't he the repairman?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And Phil Hartman.
All that classic.
Phil Hartman was
Then
fantastic.
Phil Hartman got suicided.
No, he got killed by his wife.
Yeah, suicided.
He got Epstein.
Yeah, he got it. He got
Super
Epstein.
Touched by an angel.
That was Grandma's favorite show. She loved
course.
Touched by an Angel.
She's so pure.
My So-Called Life.
Dexter's Laboratory was dope.
I think that's still a thing, or was just recently.
What, My So-Called Life?
Really? Like a remake or something? Or
No, Dexter's Lab.
Oh, Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they would have run out
Arthur.
of things to do.
Egg.
He was an aardvark, right?
Not a fan of Arthur?
I see it on TV. Oh,
The
change
closed
the channel.
fist.
He's such a nice guy, though. I mean, he's like somebody you want to be friends with.
He just wants to learn, Gabe.
True.
You're right. It is extremely boring.
But it's
Arthur
super
was
boring.
the most boring show
Well, it's
ever.
Canadian, so of course
Doogie
it's fine.
Howser, MD. That's what's his name, right?
Yeah. Whatchamacallit.
From
Yeah.
How I
that
Met Your
guy.
Mother and
Right.
Oh, there it is. Seventh Heaven.
89th. It deserves.
There you go, Kevy.
It deserves it, Kev.
89.
Yeah, it should be
Lower?
off the list.
Yep.
Powerpuff Girls. Power Rangers. That,
Never got into. I hated the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I thought all those kids were doofuses.
Yeah.
And
I was with you.
I was a Ninja Turtle guy to beat the band.
Well,
Me too.
yeah.
I
I mean, I know it was out sort of concurrently with Ninja Turtles, but I didn't feel like it arrived in Esterville until like
no, too late.
too late,
Before
sort
it's
of,
too
yeah.
late.
And
I
then
was
everybody that
already on
was into it was a
Pokemon or
dweeb.
something.
Too late
Yeah.
to watch
Yeah.
the show have fun.
Okay, SpongeBob should not be in this.
No,
movie.
that doesn't
That's
count.
ick.
No, that
Night
come
Court.
up
Night
on
Court was
TV,
fantastic.
and I would think in my mind, this is like, everybody talks about it. It's like I'm the odd one out, really not liking it at all.
Hmm.
Like it was just so.
You're not. I think you're in the majority there.
Night Court was super like 90s. I'm staying at my grandma's house. I can't
Yeah.
sleep at night. I pop on the TV.
I still remember the intro.
First I would watch Unsolved Mysteries, and then I watch Night Court.
Yeah.
Keenan and
Night
Kel.
Court.
Keenan and Kel was also in Snick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hilarious.
I love
The
Keenan
Little
and Kel.
Mermaid.
Who likes orange soda?
Thought that was a movie.
Welcome to the Good Burger.
Yeah, that's
Home of Good Burger.
I do.
Rocco, that's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Rocco's
Yeah.
modern.
They're bringing that back.
Dude, that was a
Yep.
dirty
Yeah, that
little
was dirty,
cartoon too.
I hear they've updated Rocco's Modern Life for 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
trouble.
God.
They're getting
So they're
woke.
doing it with
They're
like
getting-
Netflix or
Do
something.
it again.
I don't know. They're going woke for sure.
Rocco's
Oh,
gonna have purple
goodness.
hair.
Yeah, look it up. We won't get into it right now.
Gargoyles.
Oh yeah,
I dug.
Gargoyles. Yeah.
I liked Gargoyles a lot. That was a good series.
Can you name any of them still, Spurge?
Gargoyles.
I absolutely can.
Fantastic.
We got Hudson.
Yep.
We got Lexington.
Namesake for Kyle's
Yeah,
channel.
I
right?
like
After the-
Lexington. I like that name.
Lexington, Hudson. Let me think here. We got, because it was all like New York themed.
Uh-huh.
Who was the main one? Goliath.
Goliath, yeah.
Goliath was the main one. Lexington was like the little dorky that had like flying squirrel arms, essentially.
Okay. I think was Brooklyn one of
Bronx.
them?
Bronx
Or
was the
Bronx,
dog.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the dog gargoyle.
Uh-huh.
I don't think there was a Brooklyn.
I can't remember.
There might have been. Gargoyles was fantastic though.
That
It
was
had
a
a good
good show.
story. It made
Carmen
sense.
San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
Awesome
is.
doesn't
Where
count.
in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh yeah, that
Can we
was
pull one of
awesome.
those up? Because my
Sure.
favorite Celebrity Deathmatch
Would
was
be too gory?
probably Dolly Parton versus J Lo. I think it was like boobs
Yeah.
versus butt implants.
Oh, that one
Is that okay? Can we
Yeah,
bring one
do it.
up? Celebrity death match? All right.
No, let's find a good. Or Howard Stern stunk out his opponent with the fart cloud. No, let's find a old one. Oh, Beavis.
Michael Jackson versus Madonna.
That was a good one.
Some of these are like too new. Steve-O versus Andy Milonakis.
Way new.
Weak.
Dude, 12 months.
Nick Cannon? No.
Isn't the good stuff.
Oh, Michael Jordan versus Dennis Rodman was funny. I remember that one.
Now
Britney Spears versus Christina. Yeah, pull that one up.
90s.
That's
Yeah,
super
yeah.
90s.
Wait a minute here. Which one of you is Britney?
Quick Thinking by Mills Lane.
Okay, now let's get it on. I'm sick of you stealing my stick, and now I'm gonna stick it to you.
Some savage screaming of Britney. Christina's fans know she's capable of screaming in 8 octaves. Christina has got to be feeling...
Huh. Crazy.
Well, that's all we get?
Chris Rock is...
Yeah, I guess. That clip
let's
wasn't very
find a
long.
long one. Let's find a real match. That wasn't anything.
The entire thing.
Ron Cyrus. Cyrus.
How long is this
Celine
one?
Dion versus Prodigy.
Oh, I bet this
Marilyn,
one is...
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. This is like the real deal.
Okay, so I'm a Marilyn. I like Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn.
I do too.
Manson. It's that singing sensation, Ricky Martin.
Damn it! What the hell is he doing here? I'm calling security.
Not so fast, Nick. This could get interesting. Give it up,
Twiggy.
This old goth thing is so yesterday. The hot Latin beat is what the kids want. Oh, so sexy. Ooh, kick it.
Ricky Martin's got some cojones trying to steal the spotlight from Marilyn Manson.
And Manson's not gonna stand.
Now I will show you why the music of my people is so hip. Let it take you. The madness of the Latin rhythm.
Ricky employing his trademark Puerto Rican pelvis pounder.
Do you guys remember when they would air these things? I can't recall when it would show
Wasn't
up.
it like
Yeah, it was
9:30
like-
or 10 on MTV or something?
Yeah.
It was late night MTV.
I sort of feel like it was like filler almost in between shows or something, though. Kind of like, was it its own program? Or?
It had its own
Okay.
half hour.
All
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. Because they would show 3 episodes per. Or
Oh, yeah,
3
that's right, yeah.
bouts per half hour.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. Yeah, Ricky
Marilyn
Martin.
Manson is
He was
walking
huge.
tall.
Smart move.
My
The
favorite
evil
one
is
though,
safe.
if you do Celebrity Deathmatch, Howard Stern
Mm-hmm.
or Dolly Parton. Do Dolly Parton.
All right.
That will make everybody laugh. Because I think she goes against J-Lo. It's like a butt versus boob. Son of a gun.
Don't have it on YouTube.
YouTube.
Weak. Yeah. Anyways, get the gist of it.
Anyway, no, but they both have like animatronic, like Dolly Parton's got animatronic boobs, and because she had the breast implants or whatever, and so they go out and smack her around, and then J-Lo's got the animatronic butt, and it goes out and smacks them around. It's hilarious.
Oh, well, we'll have to search. If it's floating around out there,
We will
internet,
find it. We'll
somebody.
find it. We'll
yeah,
find it for part 3.
You betcha.
The 90s were an interesting time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that passed for entertainment back then, Gabe. What do you think?
Gabe, if you saw the fashion of the 90s, brother, you'd be like, what are those people doing? Jimmy wore pants that were 3 feet around on the bottom. On the opening on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Jenko jeans.
3 feet, buddy.
Yeah. Let's bring up some Jenkos quick to show them what they look like.
Yeah. I mean, I had Jinkos.
They were cool.
They were super cool.
Look at these pants.
What are those?
That's what we wore to school every day, buddy.
Look how cool these pants
Your
are,
dad
Gabe.
was never cool enough to wear those.
Oh, those K's are sweet.
It's like, I don't know. Yeah. Now that I see it.
Kangaroos. Hit up the kangaroos.
Isn't it weird though how it's
look how cool these
look
kids
at the girl,
are.
Look at the girl ones.
It's completely opposite now, though. I mean,
Yeah,
like your waistline
like
could be the bottom,
skin
and then it's
tight.
tapered. You know,
It's true. God,
See,
these shirts
I still
too,
can't
like
get
the
into
kind
the
of
whole
bowling
tight jean
shirt
thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I'm a bigger dude, but
corduroy jinkos.
can't do it. I cannot get tight. Can't do
Pretty
it.
ridiculous.
I can't get like this anymore, but I can't get tight. I'm just wearing boring or old jeans.
This needed to die for sure.
Oh, but it was good.
It was good while it lasted.
You remember fitting entire textbooks into your back pocket?
Oh, pretty much. Yeah. That's what you could do.
Imagine that, Gabe, sticking a whole textbook in your pocket.
Now it's just like a thin little. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
A
Daria
thin little
was
light up
good.
Now your
thing.
textbooks are on your iPad, so.
Okay, Freaks and Geeks. Who's seen that?
Daria.
I don't remember
That
it, but I remember being
entire
on.
series is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was only on for like a season or two, wasn't it?
2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
But but the
It was
cast,
good.
looking back, the cast has been
Star-studded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Franco. It's
La la la.
Seth Rogen was
Seth
on
Rogen.
it. Yep.
It's all
What's
those
his
cats.
face?
Seth Rogen's on
Yeah.
Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Daria was really good too. She
Yeah,
was
it was.
edgy and
That was funny.
Gabe watches that now.
when she put out the hand for the volleyball.
Good for you. Yeah.
I love the sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's like sarcasm and sarcasm. It's funny.
Yeah, it's good. Yes, indeed. Oh God, Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Gonna
That didn't have anything.
And we're fine.
gonna burn, loot and plunder. I don't know
Yeah.
the middle words.
Oh, you're right. I don't either.
Yeah.
When your powers combined,
I am
I
Captain
am
Planet.
Captain
Planet,
Planet.
Earth, Wind, Fire, Heart.
Yeah, it was
I
dorky.
watched it.
Super dorky.
That sounds cringy.
Yeah.
It is, but I watched
So
it.
much
That
cringe,
sounds
bro.
really cringy. Like
Dude, Johnny Bravo is my freaking hero, man.
Never got into it.
He is so funny.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, this was a good Spider-Man, the animated series.
That was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I never got into Cat Dog.
I never watched it. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Cat Dog's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Where would it poop from? That was always my question.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Amanda
I always
Show.
thought I would be way better
Oh
than
yeah.
those
Yeah.
These
motherfuckers.
kids were hopeless.
They were not good at finding the. You go into the one temple room. You'd have to find the silver monkey.
Yeah.
You'd have to find 3 pieces. They're always in the same damn spot.
Some simple little puzzle or something. It's just like,
And just little assholes just not doing well.
I wonder what Amanda Bynes is doing now.
Porn.
I think she went crazy
Yeah,
or
she
something
went
for a
crazy.
while.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Isn't she doing porn?
I don't know. Well, if she is, I'm watching the wrong stuff.
Our Real Monsters was good.
Real Monsters.
Our Real Monsters was my jam.
Yeah, that was good.
It was like a weird, gross thing.
Yeah, that was a cool show.
Good
Didn't last
show.
long.
Mm-hmm.
No. Dragon Tales, I don't know.
All right, I'm going to speed through a few of these because I want to show you guys the websites quick, and then we can wrap her
Blue's
up.
Clues. Wow, I used to watch that so much.
Blues,
Yeah.
Blues, Clues.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I remember when the first guy won the millionaire
Yeah,
question.
then it lost
and
all
he like,
steam.
He like called his dad and he's like,
Yep.
I don't need your help.
I'm
but
going to be a millionaire.
I'm gonna win $1 million.
I remember the second to last question on that episode, and I only knew it because my mother had People magazine. She always got People magazine. They were always in the bathroom. So, in the bathroom, what are you gonna flip through? Well, People magazine, and they were advertising pretty hardcore for the original, like all of the covers. It was some book with all the covers in it,
Mm-hmm.
and on the cover was Mia Farrow, who was on the first cover. And so when that question came up, who was on the first cover of People magazine, I'm like, I know it, I know it. Because I poop.
Nice.
Well, and I knew the million dollar question was actually based in Iowa too.
I don't remember what that question was.
The question was what it was something about an insect is the reason they call it a bug in computer programming. I don't remember how they worded the question, but it was a moth in Iowa State that had gotten into and crossed electronic wires, and it caused a fault.
Interesting.
And that's why they call it a bug when in computer programming. And he called it. I knew the answer.
Cool.
I need to be on Jeopardy. You want to be on Jeopardy with me, Kyle?
I watch Jeopardy every day.
I do too.
I love it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Until Alex Trebek
I didn't
kicks the
watch
bucket.
today.
Oh no, he's in remission, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't
he's in
know.
remission.
I have it on DVR.
Hope so. Yeah.
They're in the teachers.
West Wing
Yeah,
is
I
one
don't.
of the greatest shows
I
I
don't.
ever.
hate the tournaments.
I know. The kids one's way too easy.
Yeah.
And the
Teachers is way too easy.
Yeah.
Teachers are dumb, apparently.
Yeah, the teachers make teachers look bad.
I agree.
Do you want me to come in and be a special guest speaker?
Sure.
Yep.
Take about a semester.
You give me 3 or 4 hours, dude. I will school them children.
Yeah, we could.
Ask Jimmy. We can stretch.
Oh
it.
yeah. Get me in there too. Well, Spurge and I tag team. It could last for 3 weeks. Easy.
Real.
That's fine. I'll just hang out at home.
Alrighty. We got some cool websites to show you guys that are relics from the past.
Angel Fire.
This one is called Internet Explorer is Evil.
Yeah! Look at that on the top. That is totally a border you could choose on angelfire.com.
Yeah. You can see
Or
we got
GeoCities.
Bill Gates here in a pentagram.
Oh, that's good, dude.
That red fire, so scary.
This is what the internet looked like 20 years ago, Gabe.
Yeah.
And this took...
Like,
And this was cool as hell.
this was cool, yeah.
This was cool.
This
Top
took
of the line.
5 minutes to load.
Yeah.
Because of the animation.
Now it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, on your phone.
Right.
Man.
Well, yeah, think how sad that is. Like, your smartphone is just
10 times faster than a PC.
multiple of times. Like, the best PC
Well,
you
it's
could come up with in
Moore's Law.
1999, your smartphone would just totally blow it out of the water.
So, Gabe, Jimmy and I used to repurpose PCs for folks that didn't have computers at their house just to make them able to get to word process.
Yeah.
That was our full goal, was to make it so that they could type things on their computer. And this was our goal. If we could get a computer to display this, then that was one of our high-end PCs. Because it could go on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't have network cards. Yeah. It was dial-up. Where,
yeah,
yes, exactly, buddy.
Get off the phone.
I don't know how many times I heard that.
Mom!
Trying to play Active Worlds. You never do that?
But I'm talking with some girl out in Oregon.
Yeah, right. Now, this other one is the old Space Jam website.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody get up.
We watched
It's
the
time
movie
to
at school, that's
slam
pretty
now. Got a new jam going down. So Jimmy's Grail is the Space Jam
Behind the Jam. Let's follow the link.
Air 11.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most high-tech, high-concept, high-flying films
What's
ever
the
made.
Concords?
Oh, God, what's happening? Okay. Watch as Michael Jordan plays
$200
basketball
a shoe.
against strange green men in suits and face masks.
$1,200.
Look at this.
Jimmy, you gonna see Space Jam 2?
I don't know if it ever comes out.
Okay, so question. LeBron is the main guy, right?
That's I think so.
Space Jam 2.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, LeBron's
Yeah,
legit.
He's the second best player in NBA history.
That's right.
I think you should maybe remake it with Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
I'd go see that.
So who's gonna play the tubby guy from Jurassic Park?
Oh yeah, good
Oh,
question.
yeah.
I don't know. Dennis
Jack
Nedry.
Black.
Annie Milonakis.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a Jack Black.
Black.
role.
That'd be a Jack Black.
So funny story. Jack Black and Jack White
Yeah, they're
just
YouTube
collaborated
thing,
and made a song under Jack Gray.
Oh, nice.
Do you sub to his gaming
Yeah,
news
yeah.
that is never about gaming?
Absolutely.
I just saw Jack
And my dad just thought that was the bee's knees.
Mhm.
He doesn't know either of them, but I told him about that. And he said, "Well, that's hilarious." Yeah, man, it's super funny.
Yeah.
So the Monstars rap though was the jam with Space Jam. It was probably my favorite song on the soundtrack because I had the soundtrack. You probably had the soundtrack.
I don't know if I did or not. I can't.
Really? With R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. And
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Oh,
To be
that song's
honest.
gonna be stuck in my head. Just
Well, the
because you mentioned it.
Monstars.
That's the one.
That's it.
I think we should listen to the Monstar rap.
Stuck in my
I
head.
think you should put that on YouTube. And then I think we should end with Y2K Madness. Do you guys remember Y2K?
I do.
Yeah, my parents came home from
Vividly.
eating out and shut the lights off. Me and Kevin.
Really?
Yeah, we were home alone. And,
Like you guys got weird?
yeah, my parents went out to eat that night, and
So who's this? Coolio, LL Cool
It's-
J,
That right there.
Method
that's-
Man.
Yeah, that's
Be
LL
Real.
Cool J.
Okay.
It might be Method Man to start off with. though.
Yeah.
Definitely Method Man.
I don't remember this.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It was barely played when the Monstars first got their powers in Space Jam, which is on TV all the time.
yeah, I suppose they're probably trying to hype up.
And what was the other
Two.
thing you wanted to see, Spurge? Y2K Madness? Is that what you said?
Well, I wanted to talk about it. a
Oh,
bit.
is that a?
Yeah, like,
It's not a video that you had in
no.
mind
So
or
end
something?
of the
Okay.
'90s,
Yeah.
Y2K happened. Everyone thought every computer in the entire world was gonna break, and all the nuclear missiles were gonna launch, and
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly remember me, Preston Wagner, and Travis Ukasik hanging out that night. We didn't do anything spectacular. We walked to the video warehouse, rented some VCR movies,
VHS.
and drank too much of the disgusting tasting fake champagne.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
And it was just a big nothing burger.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone thought the entire world was going to explode.
Banking system's gonna crash.
Do you remember what you did on year 2000, Grams?
Yeah, I was telling the story a little
5?
earlier. No, I was 2000. I was 10.
Yeah.
Me and Kevy were in the basement, and my parents went out to eat or something that night, and we were watching all the hype on the news and stuff, and they come home and then snuck into the house pretty much and just killed all the lights on me and Kevy, and we're freaking out in the basement.
Oh, they messed with you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's awesome, man.
Tom and Vic are just upstairs giggling.
Something similar happened to me. Dave Lester they threw a New Year's Eve party.
Dave or John?
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, so we were over at Spirit Light, and Derek was there too, and so I was hanging with Derek and Ben all night.
Sure.
And we're doing the countdown or whatever, and all the adults are standing around like, and Senior flips the light switch on everybody.
Senior?
Yeah,
playing
Senior
pranks?
did. Yeah.
Wow.
Played a prank. Yeah.
My boy.
Everybody's just like, ooh. But yeah, Derek and Ben and I stayed up till like 4 a.m. playing Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah,
Sounds about
Soul
right.
Calibur.
Ben, as much of a hippie as he turned into, is such a video game nerd.
Yeah.
Man, I have watched him beat so many Final Fantasy games.
Oh, yeah.
And Soul Calibur, like, he's a big dork. He came and stayed with me in Iowa City, and I just said, hey, here's my PlayStation, like, do your thing. And he got up to, like, level 35 in Destiny 1.
Yeah, he's good.
Like, completely racked up everything, and...
How about you, Adam? Do you have a Y2K story?
Nothing interesting. It was just a typical party. I had myself, Chad Anderson, Nate Johnson, Nate Larson, maybe Andy Inman was over there.
Sure.
He was probably over at Emily's.
Both of the Nates.
Yeah, Nate squared.
The
and
Nates.
we
Best
were playing.
Best tennis duo ever.
We were playing. A Nintendo 64. What was the Bond game?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. GoldenEye. Or was that the one where you could play like on 4 screens and you?
Yeah. It was like the first-person shooter.
Yeah.
That I give credit to.
Yeah.
And I think Chad named his character Brenda's STDs because every time you were killed, said you were killed by Brenda's STDs.
Chad Anderson.
Yeah.
He used to live up on 6th Street near me.
Yeah. He's fallen off the fucking planet.
I have no clue.
Heard from him in years.
Haven't heard from him. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Larson? I haven't seen him for
Nate Larson.
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a church up south of the cities.
Yep.
Yep. And so
Sounds
he's a Methodist minister up there. I
Oh
think.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's in
Jesus thing.
Nate Johnson is a professor.
Arizona.
Out Arizona
I
State.
knew about Nate
Johnson.
But I hadn't seen Nate.
Funny
Larson
thing,
forever.
so I went to my orientation for pharmacy school and met a girl named Jen, and turns out she was dating Nate Johnson, and met her later in the summer at a wedding because it was Nancy Sanderson and Bill Sanderson. It was a wedding at their house, which is Nate is a nephew of Nancy Sanderson, the old guidance counselor at Esterville. And I'm like, hey, we're going to be in pharmacy school. And they got married. So Nate Johnson married a pharmacy school classmate of mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
cool.
I know your husband. Like, I played tennis with him back in the day. And
You bet.
he's better than me.
Yeah, they were better than everybody.
Yeah, dude, the Nates were...
The Nates, yeah, they were
so
unstoppable.
good.
That's the last time boys tennis has been like really
Legit,
good.
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
fun.
we
It was a
got
lot
it
of fun.
covered. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Gabe. That was cool to have a fresh face on the
Yeah.
podcast. You bet.